right. Yesterday I went for a horse and fortunately she gave it to me free of charge.
Oh, free of charge. Oh.
It was a rather generous offering. I insisted on some form of compensation, to which she insistently denied.
Hmm.
Quite a nice individual. Very polite.
I remember I was at the festival yesterday, and there was something about pre-ordering a horse.
Pre-ordering a horse?
Yeah, it was like pre-ordering a horse, and I was like, why? Um, and then when I tried
Hmm.
ordering it, I think like what was it? Someone else came up and pre-ordered it instead, so I just stood there awkwardly, like, what do I do?
Is that so?
Um, but they wanted iron ingots, I think, and I didn't have any.
Hmm. Well, the mines have been rather empty recently.
Dang.
Well, don't mind me, I'm mainly making a fence pen for my horse just in case, though I suppose now's a good time to ask. You mentioned that you wanted to speak about yesterday.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I didn't really see you yesterday, right?
Uh,
You know, we were off doing our own stuff, so
uh,
might as well tell you what happened.
yes, yesterday was something, to say the least.
And you can start with talking about what happened to you
It's a
if you
longer
want to.
story, frankly. Would you like to go first?
I could. I mean, what do you want to know first? Here, I'll give you two options. I could talk
Give me
about
options?
yeah,
Hmm. Well, go on.
he- talk about either. Actually, wait, what happened yesterday? Hold on, let me think about. Let me. Oh, right. There's the festival stuff, and then there's the Embers stuff.
Well, which one happened first?
Okay, yeah, then that would be the festival. Yeah,
In any
because
case, let's begin with the festival. I mean, I wasn't
mhm.
there. I most likely need to apologize to your mother and John. In fact, I need to speak with them eventually. Though, go on. What happened at the festival?
It was an interesting festival, I guess. Gosh, there was so many people. There was like tons and tons of people. I think John did not know his way again, and he also took all of the alcohol as well.
Ah,
Um, yeah, he also argued with my mother and Blaine as well. Like, I think insulted Blaine too before the festival. She should have punched him. Really should have.
John has been on a tirade as of recent. That doesn't quite
Quite,
excuse his behavior.
quite literally. And it gets worse at the festival because I think he was trying to sell alcohol, but instead of selling alcohol, he was drinking the supply. I, I, I don't, I don't know if he's a good guy anymore. I, cause like I've known him for,
Mhm.
a good while now. Like, since I was little, I've known this guy, and just lately he's not, you know.
No, I understand. He's been acting rather abrasive recently. Strange,
Yeah,
uncharacteristic. Though,
exactly.
of course, we can have our theories about it, but it's not much of our business, is it?
True. But then, like, we were at the festival. He was picking fights with everyone. Everyone was fighting with him, and then he kept drinking. He was really drunk, and he told me straight up. He said, I would never drink on the job. And this was at the festival, but he was
Right.
drinking on the job. It's quite disappointing.
Well, it's unprofessional, and he's
I
been
know,
at it for days.
unprofessional. Goodness.
Christ almighty.
I don't even I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do with them. 'Cause me and mother, right? We had to drag him out of the festival, quite literally.
It might be worth discussing about potentially putting him on suspension or some means of disassociating him with the Diving Bell brand. Since
Yeah, but he's
his.
also
Mm,
owner.
well, there's always something called rebellion.
Hmm. No, you're right. You're so right.
Well, someone like that shouldn't be an owner if he cannot keep his head clear. If he has interpersonal issues going on, he should take responsibility, take an absence from work. That's his
Definitely.
job as an owner.
Goodness.
Evidently, he does not have that sort of capacity.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll I'll talk to my mother about it because I don't think he's fit currently.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's not. He's definitely not the guy to look up to anymore, you know?
Mm. I'm surprised you even did look up to him, truthfully.
Well, cause he was the only one that thought I could do things, like maybe take over the business
Mm.
later on.
Well, you don't need his
So that,
validation to do that, do you? Um,
but then I need to talk to my mother.
I believe I told you this before, but I
Hmm.
believe you can do it. You know, take over the business, run Diving Bell much better than he could.
Yeah.
And if you need someone to believe in you, I always will believe in you that you can take over the Diving Bell, that you can convince your mother to give it to you. Frankly, I would see it as needing much convincing, considering you're mainly the one running operations there.
True. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's a whole lot. And speaking of my mother, good gosh, I'm quite what's a good word to describe? Concerned?
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about my mother currently. Because I'll tell you, after the festival, right, we dropped John off somewhere. Um, and then we went to Embers.
Mm.
That
Yes, the
volcano that
volcano.
like no
Yeah.
one's allowed in. Yeah,
Yes, that volcano.
that volcano. You know, we went there for a family trip, and it was great. I got to see my dead grandpa. He's he's kind of scary.
What? The ghost
Yeah.
exists now?
Oh, definitely, very much. He has this cloak, and then
Mm-hmm.
also it's like his old cloak, and then his there's no face ghosts definitely exist, and seeing that definitely, yep, I believe it. He talks and everything.
Well, how did it go with him then? You did mention that you did want to discuss what happened at Ember's Hollow.
Like it was nice being able to hang out with family and
Mm-hmm.
everyone else, and of course see see my dead grandpa. But my mother, this is quite funny actually, but also
Mm-hmm.
concerning. She really, I hate laughing about this. She really wanted to reenact John and Tessa's almost divorce in front of
Oh.
grandpa. I
Oh. Um.
I she was
Oh.
really
Oh. Oh.
really
Oh.
insistent on that,
D-
on
d-
reenacting.
do you know why that was
I
the
don't know.
case?
I don't know. She just said "Oh, I like gossiping with dad," and I'm like, "Huh." It's so she like we were she was like practicing it while we were waiting outside of Embers, she was practicing it,
Hmm.
and at this point it was like a one-man show. It was like she was just repeating the lines of, what was happening there.
Yes, I do recall. That.
It makes me a little concerned though, because again, she was very insistent on it. It seems like she's not aware of things that are happening. There was the whole dragon thing. There was,
Mm.
and the other, and of course not.
Do you
I
believe
mean,
she's not in her right mind?
I guess that's a really good way to put it, actually. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, and again, Uncle Monty was joke. I think he was joking. I'm hoping he was joking. Like he said something about her having a brain condition or something, and I'm
Huh.
really hoping that was a joke because I don't want to overthink it. But again, I'm concerned for
Mm.
right now.
Well, I know you've been meaning to speak to her. Perhaps now is your best opportunity.
Maybe. Yeah, because yesterday there was no real
Mm.
good chance to talk to her because of the festival and
Mm.
going to Embers, and then Embers took a while, and then coming back home, and then she immediately, literally, we came back home and she immediately ran to Polaria. So I didn't see her for the
Mm.
rest of the day.
Well, as soon as we finish, well, I think that's what you should do. Insist on a conversation. Because
Probably.
ultimately, your fears won't go away if you keep them to yourself. Usually the best
Yeah.
way to spell them is by talking to people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I did I did ask her if she was okay, but like again, her only response was, "Yeah, no, like I'm
Mm.
fine, and then, like I'm good." But then
Some
I
people
don't
are
know.
rather dull in the brain. At times, you have to be rather specific.
Yeah. I just think like if I do talk to her, right, she won't give me like a proper response.
Well, at least you made an attempt. Mm?
Yeah.
Better that you tried than not. If you didn't try, then your fears would only worsen.
Yeah. I'll I'll take your advice. I'll try talking to her today.
Mm. I'm not the best at it, but I that is generally what I think would help.
No, it
You
makes
know.
sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I know I gotta talk to her about it, but
Mm.
let's just hope things aren't busy today. I mean, I heard that there's gonna be a book club in Diving Bell?
Book club.
Uh, yeah.
Hmm. If I have a moment, I suppose I'll check it out. I do
Yeah.
believe reading is rather a sacred hobby, perhaps.
Reading is ah. Honestly, I don't prefer reading.
Do you prefer someone to read things for you then?
I mean, then I don't have to be the one reading. I get to just listen, you know?
Hmm.
You know?
I do know. I do know indeed. Um, Usually, the time that I did get into reading was because when I travelled growing up with my mother, for everything,
Yeah.
she would always read to me. I always struggled going to bed when I wasn't home, and she would always read me these tales, these books that I had never heard of before, never understood.
Mm.
And so, in the times that we didn't travel, I decided that I would get into reading books, stories, and usually it helped, I suppose, to deal with that absence.
Hmm.
Ironic, me saying this, considering everything.
Yeah, what happened yesterday?
I wasn't quite joking when I said that my family blew up.
Yeah.
This is partially the reason why I need to talk to John and potentially your mother, though mainly John.
Mm.
my father knows, or he knew. He found out that I was working the diving bell.
How?
That's why I want to ask John. That's the only
Yeah,
way.
because you kept it under wraps. You
Very. I
how?
I saw John and Vera outside Fiero Steel as I was coming in. I go around
Oh,
the corner and there's my mother and my father there. And my father is insisting on these copper coins. Turns out John had gone to my father to deliver my salary.
what? But didn't John know about did hmm?
John,
Didn't
I. It's hypocritical, but I may have lied to John.
oh
I told him that my father knew.
oh oh okay
He didn't know.
yeah, that makes a lot more sense because then he thought that he could just go over and
Oh, oh,
drop off the coins.
oh, God. Um, oh my goodness, Chris, wait. Athos, there's
Yeah?
actually something I need to tell you. This involves you as well. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Okay, Athos. Just to simply contextualize what happened, we got into a massive argument, me and my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's I blew up, and my mother started crying. My father started putting on this crybaby story, and it was a mess. And right, just promise me you will not yell, please.
I promise.
You know how I found out my mother is cheating on my father with Emilian?
Yeah.
She's pregnant, Athos.
Oh, yeah, I do know that one.
What?
Um,
What?
yeah, so okay. We were at Ember's, yesterday and then Mallory told everyone about that. So now my whole family knows as
So,
well.
so you didn't know before I went to before we
At
separated.
least yeah, that
You didn't know.
that
Okay.
specific point. Yeah, that
Okay.
but
Okay.
but but then I found out when we were in Embers, and I just it was just made everything worse. Like quite
Yeah.
shocking.
Listen. Listen. I I don't see them as my family anymore.
That's that makes sense.
Um. My. I insisted that my mother walk out. She. Oh, the liar. She pretended that all this was some mistake, that it was some accident, as if she hadn't been doing it for years with Emilian. And
Yeah.
I told her to leave. And suddenly, my father has a big issue with it. And he's suddenly going on about how he didn't know that I was upset, that he didn't know I felt like a prisoner in his own home, and I don't regret anything I said. I don't regret it. I told him so many things all at once. I was so angry. I was so frustrated. And I left. And the whole day I spent just wondering. I got a horse. I went to Corellian because, and I, I'm free. But
Yeah.
I yesterday made me realize that I need to figure out what to do with this freedom. Because it's ironic. All this time I've been looking for freedom, and turns out I never knew what I'd even do with it. So I I plan to go see Bellamy in Fairvale.
Okay.
I maybe ask about more things about literature. Perhaps I spoke to someone,
That'll be
and
cool.
they suggested I explore, and so I thought it'd be good. Um, again, I don't want to bore you with all the details. It was mainly just me yelling,
It's okay.
frankly.
It's okay. Uh,
Yeah, it was. But I might need to go to Bellamy
I'm,
now. Actually, I don't think she's expecting me, so early the better.
I'm glad you're okay now, you know. You got all of that off of your chest, you know? What the
What? What's that sound?
sales?
That's
There's someone
Morgan
there. That's Morgan?
from Caldera.
Oh,
Why is she? Hop on,
can I go on the horse?
hop
Yeah.
on, hop on. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is she here? I didn't know she was visiting Vicentia.
Wasn't expecting that.
Not at all.
This isn't it a long way to here?
Yes, it's a long boat ride, to say the least.